Now, as you know, this past weekend was the Long Gone Summer documentary about the 1998 home run race between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire. That doc aired over the weekend. I didn't get a chance to see the documentary. I was out with my wife at the time, but I will say a lot of the talk on Twitter and that kind of thing on social media has been about, hey, do we start considering letting, the Barry Bondses of the world and the Mark McGwires of the world and, be in the Hall of Fame? I know a lot of Cubs fans are pushing, the Cubs should bring back Sammy Sosa, retire his number. And, Trevor Bauer, a pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, he brought up a good point. He said, you know what? I mean, whether or not you like it or not, I mean, steroids are part of baseball history.
Yeah, I would totally say, you know what, it's time for them because they meant a lot to baseball history. I mean, Barry Bonds' record in the Guinness Book of World Records for most home runs, or even in MLB records, that still stands, even though there was steroids involved with it. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, yeah, you're not seeing as many home runs these days, but you're also seeing more pitchers throwing up above 100 miles an hour. So there's a lot of changes there as well. I think it is time for the Cubs to bring Sammy Sosa back and retire his number. I mean, maybe not retire his number, but at least bring him back into the fold. And I mean, because he meant a lot to that franchise.
My favorite player. The reason why I became a Cubs fan. He's my favorite player. I mean,
Mark McGwire meant a lot, not just to the Cardinals, but he meant a lot to the Oakland A's. He meant a lot to the Cardinals. Barry Bonds meant a lot to the Giants.
Well, our good friend and former Cardinal College Game Day co-host Brandon Pope brought up the fact that, hey, Barry Bonds was good before, he was, all the supposed steroid stuff, and the fact that, if we're going to let the Astros keep their World Series championship, then, I mean, I guess no one's taking away any of those guys' records, but if we're gonna let the Astros be honored as the 2017 World Series champions, we can honor these guys, what they meant for baseball, because a lot of people credit, that home run race and, Cal Ripken Jr., who's not part of the steroid thing, or at least as far as we know, him chasing down Lou Gehrig is like what kind of revitalized baseball out of the strike.